Byron Jones of the Dallas Cowboys defense here on the Rich Eisen Show. What happened after that Monday night game? You haven't lost since then. What switch got flipped? What conversation was had? What was going on that has led to this, Byron?
I just think the guys, the coaches, the staff, just kind of understood at that point, like, okay, this is it, man. There's no more room for error. You can't continue to lose like this and expect to go to the playoffs. And you work so hard throughout the offseason. People don't really understand how long the process is preparing to get ready for a season. And to be at that point and understanding, okay, if we lose again, we're probably not going to the playoffs and ultimately the Super Bowl. So just really the idea that their back's against the wall. You can't make any more errors. But when, as a team, you want to really get going in November, December where these games really matter. And I think we're doing a good job at kind of understanding that and taking that on board with us. And, hey, not looking back, man. We're trying to win some more games.
When you say a message being sent from coaching staff, how much does that come from your head coach, Jason Garrett?
A lot. I think one thing he's really good at is motivating the players, and he finds different ways to do it through not just sitting up there and talking. He finds videos, speakers. He draws from a lot of different areas to kind of motivate us, and that's what he's really been great at. And when the message gets across like that, and you can obviously see the way that we're playing, that's the sign of an effective leader, and that's what he's been doing. Give me
an example of a video or something that he's done to motivate. Give me something, Byron.
So like we're watching video of a Navy SEAL or even The Rock, explaining just the idea of his philosophy and how he attacks his life and how he always sees himself. Anytime he's in a big moment, he remembers back to where he didn't have food on the table or he didn't have an income at all and where he was at his rock bottom. And he reminds himself how that felt at that moment, and then he then gets gratitude from that and just goes out and accomplishes whatever he has his mind to on that day. So there's just a lot. Coach Garrett brings in a lot of different ways to kind of motivate us and get us going, and man, it's really working.
So when you say, did you say The Rock, like Dwayne Johnson?
The Rock, yeah, like that Rock.
So he showed a video of Dwayne Johnson talking about his life experience and how that can translate to success for you?
Yeah, that's just one of many things that he's done to kind of motivate us. And, as a leader, you can't just say the same thing over again and expect people to get it. You have to find different ways to do it. And that's hard to do, and there's no question that he goes to great lengths to do that for us. And that's valuable. I mean, it's valuable to motivate and invigorate a young group of guys. And, we had the talent in the locker room the entire time. We just needed to put it together and be consistent with it.
Well, I've met Coach Garrett many times off the field. He's an absurdly positive guy. I mean, just a very positive, upbeat, happy, go-lucky from what it seems, but a very intense guy, Byron. But you do know that most fans of the NFL think all he does is stand there and clap for you guys, right?
I see. It's funny. Like I go on Instagram and I just I don't look for it particularly, but you see like little pictures of it. He just clapping all the time, and that's who he's even killed on the field. He has to put up you got to be even killed. I think that comes from his playing experience as well. He's never too high, never too low because he's played the game. You can't be like that. You can't be fiery and down on yourself and jumping for joy when a touchdown's made. You got to be even killed in the sport. But no, he's one of those guys who just understands it because he played the game before. He understands what it takes, and that's been a benefit to us as players.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.